Hi, welcome. So I want to talk a little bit about just portion right here of this image. So this uh, image was created by a person who used to be a Protestant, converted to Roman Catholicism, and then he created this and trying to use these passages to support the idea of Catholic authority. And I'm gonna just go over 1 Timothy 3:15 today and 16 and show how this is taken out of context. Had nothing to do with church authority, Catholic authority, in a sense of that he trying to present it. So, so I'm gonna be making a video specifically on all these in one video, just going over that what the text says. No, it is not a single verse that backs up his understanding of what's going on with each of these passages. So I'm just going to go over 1 Timothy right now, or I think he meant 2 Timothy here. Oops, no, he meant 1 Timothy. Sorry, he's right. 1 Timothy. There we go. So it says right here. Let's start with 14. Well, first of all, he's talking about godliness. Paul talked about godliness to Timothy, okay? And then he says to Timothy, I am writing these things to you, Timothy, hoping to come to you before long. But in case I am delayed, I write so that you will know how one ought to conduct himself in the house of God. That's the purpose of writing here. He's not talking about some special authority. Okay, that's not what Paul was talking about. So how one ought to conduct himself in the household of God, which is the church of the living God. So he's still talking about how to conduct himself. Okay, and so when he said the church of the living God, he talked about the household of God. Okay, the pillar and support of the truth. What truth are you talking about? We continue on by common confession. Now, a lot of times they'll quote just this, just like what you see right here. He did not quote verse 16 along with it, which helps also clarify what Paul is talking about. So, by common confession, great is the mystery of godliness. He's still talking about godliness, just like he would talk about through here. Okay, how to conduct himself, in what way for godliness. Okay, that's the context here. He who was revealed in the flesh was vindicated in the spirit, seen by angels, proclaimed among the nations, believed on in the world, taken up in glory. That is obviously referring to Jesus. Okay, proclaimed among the nations, that's the gospel. Believed on in the world, that's experienced the interchange. Belief in the heart, take up in glory, that's ascension. Okay, going back to the ancient of days. Who had revealed in the flesh, the word became flesh. Okay, so let's take a look at John 14:6. Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but through me. Okay, that's the truth that Paul was talking about. The way, godliness, how to conduct oneself, and the life, again, godliness, how to conduct oneself in the household of God. Okay, that's the truth that Paul was talking about to Timothy. He's not talking about a truth of a special authority or a truth, two comes after one, B comes after A. That's not the kind of truth he was talking about. He was talking about godliness and how to conduct himself. And that's the point. Jesus, verse 16, by common confession, created the mystery of godliness. Okay? So basically, what he's telling Timothy, that in case he is delayed, okay, to look to Christ, who's on the top of the pillar and the support of truth. So we, the church, is the support of Christ. Okay, we are to look to Christ for godliness and support Christ, whatever it takes. Feed one another, keep each other going. So that's the idea here. This verse is so often. I wish I had $1 every time they quote this verse. That's just right here. All right. And it's taken out of context. you know. So that's what Paul was getting at. He was not, this verse was not the idea of some sort of special authority by a group of people. Okay? That far from it. Alrighty. Anyway, hope and if you know, I slow down and read through this carefully. Okay? I'm not rushing through it. Take what somebody else tells me, such as a verse. Oh, we have some special authority. That is eisegesis, taking presuppositions or taking preconceived ideas, and bringing it into the text and just not letting the Bible do the talking. You're just using the Bible to get ideas, to form your own ideas rather than the author's intent. And that is very common in Roman Catholicism particularly, a little bit in Orthodoxy amongst us Protestants too. But anyway, I hope you understand. We need to slow down, read the text carefully, and ask ourselves, what is the author trying to accomplish here? All right, and just let the information flow one direction only. Don't be taking ideas over here and force it into the text, which so many people do. Which is the case here, the picture. Your person taking this verse and forcing it into this idea here. And every one of these, he's forcing it to be this common idea. But none of the texts actually support what he's saying. This idea of a magisterium, none of these support that. Talk about different roles, like in the church, and not a single one mention about a magisterium. You just don't do that to the Bible or any book for that matter. Pick up any book in the library. You don't just take an idea over here and force it when a book is talking about A and apply a completely different topic into that sentence. That's what's going on here. It's just this is not talking about some sort of special authority here. Anyway. Wow. All right, so thank you very much for watching, and that's all I have to say. Have a great day.